we're looking at lesson 75 today. We're looking at factorable denominators and sign changes. Monday. You remember doing problems like this before?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, see if you can do it correctly. If you remember. If you don't remember, you can look up here. That denominator is an x minus 5, but that denominator is kind of like it, right? How could I make this one multiply it by a negative? But if I multiply the bottom by a negative, I have to multiply the top by a negative. Does that make sense? So you have 3x plus 2 over x minus 5 plus negative x plus 3 over negative 5 plus x. Uh-huh. Do what? Say it again. Say it again. No, because then that's changing the whole question. Instead of adding them, you're subtracting. You just want to change all of the signs on this. Like if you multiply negative 1 over negative 1, that's the same thing as multiplying it by 1. Yeah. No. So I just rewrote it and switched my terms. Negative 5 plus x is the same thing as x minus 5. Do they have the same denominator now? So I get what you're doing. They said 3x minus x is 2x. I don't know what happened. My voice just went away. And then 2 plus 3 is the 5. Does that make sense? Because they got the same denominator. You can just kind of make it one thing. 3x plus 2 plus 3 minus x gives you that. Y'all remember doing ones like this before? Okay. A little bit different. They're not much more difficult, I don't think. How can you not see that?
I'm blind. But they're blind. I keep telling my mom she's like, I'll make the appointment. She never does. I'm like, oh. See, my mom, the first day, she said, well, I had right out. I was going to that day.
My mom was she asked me, can you see the board? And I was like, no, not really. I mean, if I squint like that, I can read that sign over there. So, okay, we'll take you to the doctor.
When I was little, my mom didn't believe that I could see the board. Like, I can't see. She's like, you just want glasses. So I was like, no, I can't see.
Okay. Any ideas what we would need to do?
I would say factor.
Yeah, you want to factor it. How will that factor? Do you agree? Okay. So we have x minus 3, x plus 2, and 3 minus x. Do I need to multiply this one by negative 1? Because it's got a negative. What do I do with that negative? Yeah. Make this a plus and put the negative in the denominator. Remember, minus 1/2 is the same thing as 1 over negative 2. That's what we just did. You do not have to write it out in this many steps when you're actually working them. What does our denominator become? Do you agree with that part so far? Okay, so what is our common denominator going to be? Does the x plus 3 get multiplied by anything? Okay. What about the 3? Right? Yeah, that is 3x plus 6. Yeah, 4x plus 7. If you want to write it as x squared minus x minus 6, you can. Or, oh, 9. Oh, I read that as a 4. Sorry. If you want to write it as x squared minus 6 minus x minus 6, you can, or you can write it factored. Doesn't matter to me. Does that make sense? Any questions on this one? Do what? You've done something very similar to it. The only difference is that, yeah, that denominator hasn't been switched like it is. Okay, looking at another example. No, they won't always be subtracting. If you think you can do it by yourself, go for it.
I got it.
You already done? Okay. Any questions on that part? If you want to do x plus 1 times x plus 1, that's fine. If you want to do x plus 1 squared, that's fine. If you want to do x squared plus 2x plus 1, that's fine. Any of those work for the denominator. Yeah, whichever. Any questions on this one?
Oh, you didn't distribute
Anything else? Okay. Yep. This last one.
Hurry up, hurry up.
People.
So there's not a minus sign on this one, is there? So what would we do?
No, you multiply by -1 and then you do.
Do you multiply just the denominator by -1?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and try it if you think you can do it by yourself. If not, you can pay attention. That's a little plus sign. I forgot to put it in there at first. Any confusion on that? Okay. Okay. Are you talking about this and this? Because this is being multiplied by this whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, you have to factor first. Yeah, that's fine. Any questions on this one?
You want some Girl Scout cookies?
No. If we buy any, we'll have to buy them from my sister-in-law. I don't eat them personally.
You want to buy fresh?
No. Any questions on these? Okay. All right then. Go ahead and clear your desk for your test corrections.